Hello and welcome into the channel. Paramay Trades. This is Paramay's Trade Journal. We're just going to take a really lightning round look at natural gas right now, just because we've been playing for the last couple of weeks, and we pointed out a few things that we thought were pretty darn helpful with the natural gas futures commodity chart. So we won't look at COT, well, nearly as much. We'll just brush up on it real quick. And we saw that last week, comms weren't, or the last 5 weeks, comms on the 6-month index weren't very bullish. We had a pretty negative outlook on natural gas. So we'll just take a quick look. And so this is what happened last week, post Thursday EIA report, and we did see some breakdown of the channel. We saw some breakdown of this channel. We got short. We knew it was probably going to cook pretty low because there's just such a great deal of whip going on with natural gas right now that this looked like a good area to short. But as we had pointed out previously, in the larger time frame picture, in this bottoming pattern, if you will, we can just clean up these. We had noted that here was the reports, the Thursday reports, and was there some price action going on between the reports or post-report action. So let's just get rid of this so we can clean up the chart a little bit. And then here we'd pointed out from January to this point in time, just looking at the 4-hour chart, that we had this nice range to trade in from top to bottom. So yeah. So let's just get rid of these price channels because we know where they are. And we'll just do a quick update because Monday was pretty interesting with natural gas. So we had removed the channel, but this extreme, this rapid sell-off, this irrational sell-off, and we'll put it back up on the 15 or the 1-hour chart. But this is what we liked about natural gas. It was trading in a solid range on the zero coefficient. We thought that this was a good opportunity to be a seller up in here. We liked the point of control, looked pretty darn good. A lot of trading pushing away and contesting in this area. And then we just had like an amazing bounce today. Amazing play. Great setup. We're working with the 1.0 and the 1.25 coefficient. So we're watching this area to be a buyer. So this is the absolute bottom of the range. Here's our zero coefficient down here. Right? We established this channel, some time ago. And we got a quick establishment, and probably with these 3 points of interest. So we got a nice establishment in March, but now we're following it. So we've had ample opportunity to play this range. Once again up in here, several times down at the bottom of the range on the 1.25 coefficient, and at the 1.0 coefficient. So this thing ripped today. This was absolutely an opportunity to be a buyer if you got in on it. So very simple, not overthinking it. We're trading in a range. It's April. Don't really know where the supposed demand is coming from. This thing whips back and forth on fundamental news, but I don't know. I don't know where the demand is coming from in April. So supply seems to be kicking up, but where's the demand coming from? They said on the expectations of reopening the economy and things like that. But if you look back further on the daily time frame, the winter didn't fare out that well on the daily time frame. Just the one we want to bring in, yeah. The winter did not fare out that well on the daily time frame, right? Let's look at 2 years. Here were our expectations of natural gas that would come down. But here we are in November and December, and the economy wasn't closed back here. But supply was extremely high up in this area. So now supply is starting to increase with the expectation that demand, to meet demand, but we didn't have a closed economy back here. We were not shut down in November and December. But we did not meet supply. Demand did not meet the supply that was present at this point in time because it just wasn't a great winter. So where is the demand coming from now? I have no idea. All on the auspice that the U.S. economy is going to open, so energy demands are going to go up. I don't know. That's neither here or there. But this is, the obvious with trading in this channel is that it was down on the 1.0 coefficient, and this was a better opportunity in this area to be a buyer based on a very long, I wouldn't say very long, but 4 to 5 month price channel that this is trading in. Good opportunities to be a seller up in this area, good opportunities to be a buyer down here. So it ripped. It ripped. And if we look at the, our lower time frame, and we take a look at this downtrend channel that was, it happened very quickly. Always better buying opportunities. I mean, look, the confluence down here was absolute. I wouldn't call it absolute, but the deck is loaded in our favor here. So we got 1.0 coefficient on the daily channel that we're working, the horizontal channel that we're working with. 1.0 and 1.5 coefficient of the downtrend channel that happened very rapidly after, post Thursday report again. And now gas is suddenly ripped the other way. Well, very good buying opportunity. So if you notice or recognize this area of confluence, this was a great position to go long anyway. And then the rest is history. So Monday was good. So watching these areas again, these are the areas that we're looking for buying opportunities down in here. And here's the areas that we're looking for selling opportunities. I think another probably selling opportunity will present itself up over the 1.0 or over the 0 and the -2.5 coefficient. I think this will. And we said this in our previous video too. In April does not look like a very solid time to be a buyer in gas. I want to bring up the 3 chart though, just so that we can see this one more time. Where's my 3 chart? That's not my 3 chart. Where is my 3 chart? Because this is the one that we use with commercial interest. Come on, natural gas, where'd you go? I think I've got some indicators on here that I could peel off. So comms were not helpful back in this area, but is the expectation that $2, 2.0 in this area looks like, this is relatively low price. We're low. The bottom of this range at 1.5 is relatively low within the last 2 or 3 years. It's extremely low. So, commercial interest doesn't look like they're helping us out too much here with the whip that's happening back and forth, because they're not optimistic in here. April's a really funny time to be a buyer in gas, but play the channels up, down, up, down, up. It's perfect. You make plenty of money in here. All right, that's what we're working with. Just a quick update on natural gas, and just remember, what goes up must come down. I'm looking for, again, like as we had noted previously, selling opportunities up in this area. So this should cool off a little bit. This is ripping over the EMA, but this should cool a little bit. No pun intended. Okay, that's all I got to say about natural gas. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you find yourself on the profitable side of the trade. And we'll see you again on the next video. And also, we've got a Discord community. It's a chat community. Okay, so you can come and talk trade. And another thing probably to note too is that we might be changing the channel name to Trade Instinct instead of Paramay Trade. So you'll still be journaling with Paramay, but we're thinking about just getting something that has a little bit more industry ring to it, if you will. So Trade Instinct, something that we're working on, something that I really like. I like the idea, I like the name. So we might even have the, let's go. Might have the logo all printed out for you. So we'll take a quick look. Okay, so there it is, Trade Instinct. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Hope you find yourself on the profitable side of the trade. We'll see you again on the next video. Thank you.